Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm just sharing the links. Give me a few minutes. Mm. Hi, good evening. I'm just waiting for people to join in so that we can get started. In between, the futures are holding up really nicely, about 28 points and 95 points on NASDAQ. So once we have more people, we can actually get started nicely. Because I did sleep at 5:30 because at that time the match was all done. They were not playing, so I kind of gave up. Hi, Jerry McQuire. Hi, Ram. Hi, Sridhar. Good evening. Hi, Mr. Gulati. Good evening. Hi, Spa. To you. I'm gonna take one more minute and then we can get started. So let me just open up my ES chart first. So ES has been in the last few days, I was mentioning that there was some heaviness on ES because you see all this, it was getting rejected. It was definitely going higher, but if you see it's in the same channel. It was getting rejected. It was trying to break out of this dark red line, but failed. Okay. Uh, Hi Ash. Hi Robert. Hi Praveen. Hi Deepak. I'm good, guys. Hope you all had a great weekend. Uh, I'm going to start now. It's 10:15. Hi Madhu. Good evening. So just look at this chart. So do you see that every time it is finding resistance, it goes almost right here, or at least it tries to bring the EMA's crossover. Like it was struggling here, then went down, hit the longest trend line. This was in August when we hit almost 5,200. And since then, we went almost high up to 1,000 points. Now, if you see, every time we struggled here on this dark line, we give up, but then we continue. We struggle, we give up, we continue. We struggle, we break out, we came down. Again, we struggled, we failed. Struggled, we failed. Struggled, we failed. Struggled, and now failed. Now, this area is a very important area. This is the area I'm going to just clean this up. This entire piece is very, very important area. That's why I've been saying that there are three levels which needs to be keep in mind. 61, 0, 60, 60, 61, 35. If you want the market to break into new highs with strength, we need to clear these two resistance level with some strength, and we should have a closing above 6160. If we have a closing above 6160, you can buy as many lots of spike calls as you want, because then we're going to hit 6220 all the way to 6380. This is a good consolidation which is happening in this area. Now, the other side of it is 6660 to 6380 is a positive side. Like, this means that yes, we can still buy calls. The moment we fight on this 66 zone, it turns into the bearish side. Now, every time you can see that every time it comes around this area, which is around 60,000, 6,005 to 20. Even on Friday, it came almost around that 2025 area and then bounced. 6,005 to 66 is a neutral area. This area, if it holds, it's neutral. Anything below 60,000, 6,005, if we lose, we will hit 5,800 right away. It will not take many days, 5,800 will come. So the picture is very clear. If you want to trade outside of this range, 6,005 to 6,060. If you want to be positive, you can take 6060 as your stop loss. Look for 6110, 6135, and 6160. Okay, and you will find resistance on all the three levels. And if you want to be ultra positive, wait for 6160 to break and have a close above it. Then it will aim for 6220 and 6380. On the other hand, if you have a close, daily close below 6,005, it will open up the gateway to 5,800 or 5,710 area. This is the area which will get tested right away very quickly the moment we lose 6,005. So be mindful of that. If you want to be positive, trade above 6060. If you want to be bearish, trade below 6,005. In between, you will get chopped. Market will only consolidate. See, this is the day when election results came, November. This was the bottom, which is 5,800. 5,790 was that area, right? Now, from 5,790, we went up, and now we are just in that same zone. Like, outside of these two scenarios, when we come and we test it, we are in the same zone. So if we fail outside of this, which is 6,000, we will hit this area. So be very clear about this. If we break above this zone, we are going towards 6,380. So be very clear that yes, if you want positive, trade above this. Jerry, I did not check about 1929 line because that's a huge amount of data. But net, this is what I'm seeing. If we clear 60-60, we'll have some positive. Also, you see, the TTM squeeze is not fired yet. Everything is red. The dots are red. And as I explained you last time, whenever the dots are red, it tells you to avoid any position. The moment you see green, whether it is a light blue or a red, you take a trade. Right now, it's a dark blue, which is telling you to exit long positions and sit. If you do that, you will be in a better position. And wait, the moment we turn it into green and it goes red. Let's go to NQ and then we'll do some scans. So NQ also is showing a topish. Like if NQ is trying like multi-levels of inverted head and shoulders. This is consolidating. But what is happening? It is creating dodgy, and then boom. And that's the problem, that it is going down, but there is no strength in it. It is less than 20. The negative power is 27, but the strength of that trend is weak. It is selling, but it is selling with weak hands. So it means there's a good probability of the bounce. And that's why on Friday I mentioned that it should bounce and we should see a gap up. Right now we have a 100-point gap up. Let's see whether it sustains until the morning or not. But this sell-off happened with some weak strength. And whenever that thing happens, it may bounce quickly. So for NASDAQ futures level, I would say keep an eye on this 12 EMA, 34 EMA, which is 21,750. If it holds 21,750, it will attempt 21,900 and 22,121. We need to have a close, like in this NASDAQ case, 22,125. We need to have a close above this. The day we have a close above this, you will see we will have a clear direction. This equates to 6160 on ES. The range 21,750 to 21,900. This is a chop range. About 21,900, you will see 22,000, 22,125. The moment we see a close below 21,750, it is going to come and hit this area. You see, every time there's a candle here, it comes and it tries to bounce, which is 21,200. So 500 points here, the moment we lose it, 21,750. So I am pretty reluctant to go long unless and until I'm doing a very stock specific trade. NASDAQ, Microsoft has been weak. Google has been weak. Amazon has been weak. Tesla has been weak. Nvidia has also given up from 140s to 130s. Apple is the only one which is sustaining right now. So either some of these tickers show some strength and push the NASDAQ up, or Apple will also start to go down. One of those things will happen. And I am thinking that for now, because there's a good substantial correction which has happened in Microsoft, almost 15%, Google almost 20% or 15%, Amazon 10, 15% again. Tesla has gone like 30, 40% down from the highs of 488 to 339, 340 now. So net, I would wait because we need to have a clear trend date. You can see this is all squeezing in so many days. Why it is squeezing? Because we have Nvidia's earning. And if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 daily candles with TTM squeeze getting squeezed. So there will be a massive breakout or a breakdown coming from this. So be ready for it. You will have a very clear move happening this Wednesday, or I will say tomorrow, you will start to see a right direction in NASDAQ. The range I've already shared, 21,750. There's one more level, 21,400. These two are important levels on the downside, which will come and provide you the support. On the higher side, 22,000 and 22,125. 21,750, 21,900 are the choppy levels. Yep, it touched. Hi, Ashok. Chandramohan, do you have any active position? Even if I have positions, what's the question like? See, guys, you need to understand one thing. If I have position, if I do not have position, it should not have any impact on you. You need to look into your trades, your risk, your money, and trade according to your appetite, not with anyone else. So, anyways, I've done few more scanners. So I'm gonna run this. So 12 cross 34 is whenever the 12 EMA is crossing the 34 EMA or the 34 EMA crossing the 12 EMA, we will have a list. So this time we have a list Amazon, and Amazon, we tried a long position on the Friday and we are long in it. So Amazon, there is a cross right there. And one thing why I went long on Amazon was it is away from both the 12 and 34 EMA, first condition. And again, we will do the analysis of Amazon right away. The negative trend has fired. You can see the green dots, right? One thing which I have shared with you is whenever the green line tries to take the DMI's top, the TDM squeeze top candle, like here, it means the change of trend is coming. So this thing will be really, really uh, nice if it can break from here. There is a gap on Amazon which it held on Friday. And if it does, at least you should see a bounce towards 228 and we will have a resistance of 223.75. So that's my take on Amazon. 214, the gap below candle is your stop loss for this. So in the scan, you can see Amazon is there where there's a crossover of 12 and 34. And this is in all the S&P 500 tickers. Another important one is ExxonMobil. If you want to trade that, and like CCL is there, Texas Instruments is there. Texas Instruments, let's TXN, let's check that. So it is telling me that on a 5-year, there's a crossover which happened. So you see, with Texas TXN, the 12 EMA has gone positive. The TTM squeeze has turned from negative to bullish, and there is a very big gap between the histogram, this blue bar, and this green line. So in this week, I think there is a good opportunity with 199 as a stop loss to go long on Texas Instruments. It can potentially go really, really nice. Okay, let's go back to another scans. Let's do some inside day. This one is bad. Yeah, this is the inside day. Uh, Roblox, SMCI, AI. Nah, it's not good. There is one more scanner which I kind of wrote today. It's like the TTM squeeze with DMI negative and DMI positive. I just wrote the code for it. And let's see if I'm looking in all the NASDAQ stocks. If by the time it comes in, let me show you the code. So I'm using my same logic, 12 and 34 EMA. Whenever the 34 EMA crosses the 12 EMA, the TTM squeeze is zero, meaning it is on the firing. It should have a green thing, and maybe I will make it as 1 so that we know it's squeezing. I will just change the logic. And the previous histogram is smaller and current one is bigger. So this way I will get to know that yes, the TTM squeeze is fired on the negative side and DMA conditions is 25 negative and ADX 20. So based on this, we have all these stickers. I've listed them based on the market cap. So I think Intuited and MSTR, they are looking good. So let's look at Intuit. So Intuit 34 EMA and 12 EMA. So 34 EMA is higher than the 12 EMA. The squeeze has not fired yet, and the DMI is greater, and this is also good. So this falls into this category. You can see the TDM squeeze is red, red, red. It has not fired yet. And let's look at, so on this level, if Intuitive has to bounce, this is an area. It has come down. Look at this line. So this is an area for Intuited to bounce if it has to. So I would see 582 is my first target on Intuited. Intuit, whatever you want to call it. Then the other one was MSTR. Same thing. MSTR has turned bearish. You can see the red line. And the squeeze is going higher, the 12 and 34. So MSTR, if it holds this gap, the gap higher, let me just check the gap. The gap is 279 and the lower here is 285. So if it holds that 285, 290 area, I think there's a high possibility it may try to test 336. Or the other way of trading this is if it comes to 310, 320, short it for the gap fill. Look for 280, 290 on MSTR, but let it go higher so that you can do shorts on it. TTM is the Thinkorswim ticker indicator. So let's go now on uh, some stocks. Apple. So Apple has been doing positive signs. First sign, it was making 12 EMA, crossing 34 EMA, positive sign. 234.5 was the area where I mentioned in the last time as well that whenever we have a clear 235 break, it will run. It is making a W very clearly. The moment we have a clear breakout about 247, we are looking towards all-time high 260s. A very good place to add Apple is around 242, 243 area, which is around 12 EMA. If it comes around that area, you need to buy. Apple is positive at this moment, and this is the stock which can hold the market and let other go higher. So Apple will be positive for me. AMD, AMD has been the weakest of the weak link. But one thing which is getting really, really, really positive is, see, the 34 EMA is down, the 12 EMA is down. Look at the strength of this down move. It's only 15. I think AMD's time is coming. Last time it come into this zone, it starts to bounce and it will reclaim the 12 and 34 EMA and it will break up. But you need to buy time on it if you're buying in options, or if you are a stock investor. I think this is a good area where if I have to buy, I will buy AMD. And AMD stop losses will be very clear right now as 107, 108. And the moment we clear 117 on AMD, it will break out. The TTM squeeze is getting tighter and tighter on AMD, meaning all the negativity is almost absorbed on AMD. So I'm looking positive on AMD. Adobe. Adobe, we spoke last time around 445. This is the zone. If it clears 445, it should hit pretty quickly some good areas. And we saw it almost hit like 460s, 465, the $20 move. So now it has come down to the same consolidation zone. So at this time, I would wait and see if it holds that 436, 437 area. If it doesn't, then avoid it. If it does, the game is still in Adobe's favor and we can see a move towards 480. And this is the thing which I was telling. Whenever you see the green line almost taking over the histograms, it means change of trend is coming pretty soon. So here we had those downtrends and the yellow thing came in and we started to move from 400 all the way to 460. So this is the ride. If you're a positive trader, this is the ride you need to take from dark yellow with the green on to the light blue with the green on. Guys, I will answer one by one. If you have a position, it doesn't mean that I have to go through that ticker. I will go one by one. Slowly and steadily, I have to cover a lot of tickers. So please be fair with me. So Amazon has pulled in bearish sentiment, but as I said, the green line is coming on the top of the histogram. And if you look in the last few weeks or months, this green line is right there. Whenever you have a green line coming around this, it has turned its direction. Right here, it came to 158, and then in the next few days, it just went up. Amazon is right there. That's why I took a position on Amazon on Friday. I think it is going to run higher. It held at 215.60 or 215.60 area. It held, it should hit 224, 228. Then we have Baba. Baba, I think let it come down. Same thing is applicable right here. The sentiment is strong, but the green line is right on the top of the histogram. It means better to get out of Baba if you are long. This was the consolidation went up. Let it come down to maybe 120s, 130s. That's a very good area for Baba to add. Right now, I would not trade long in Baba at all. On the contrary, I will go extremely positive on Baidu. Baidu has been in like uh, good consolidation phase. It never broke out. Like if you see, this was inverted head and shoulder set up, which was supposed to break out, but it never happened. Also, with all the China tickers, Baidu has been the weak link. Now, Baidu is squeezing. Maybe in a day or two, Baidu will see some serious move on the higher side. But as of now, if I have to be long, I would wait for, I will not go long in Baba, but I will wait for Baidu to hold 91. If it does, I think we will see all the way to 102. And it will run very quickly. Again, Baidu is one company which has almost $20 billion in cash. And if you look at the market cap on Baidu, it is around like $30 billion. So company who is generating a revenue of 4 billion per quarter, 5 billion per quarter and have $20 billion in cash, I think I will invest in that company. It is as simple as. It's the same situation which Baba had and Baba got the trigger. Now Baidu should have a trigger. BA BA is ready to fall because it failed from 78, failed 61 Fibonacci. Now, if it failed 174, 75 area, I think it will come down all the way to 160s. This is the principle of Fibonacci. The moment you lose 61% Fibonacci, which is 174, you will come down. So the 12 and 34 EMA is right there. 187 has been a pain point for Boeing. It has struggled right here. And that's the Fibonacci area. The 12 and 34 EMA are in the positive direction, but it's starting to lose its power and the negative power is showing some strength. So 174 is my short trigger. The moment I lose 174, I can short. Or if you want, you can start shorting at 179.65 as well. Boeing. CRM has earnings this week. CRM is clear head and shoulders. Clear head and shoulders. This is the neckline. Shoulder one, head, shoulder two, and the neckline. And it is also 34 crossing this line. Now, problem is it has already come down from 360s to 320, 310 right now. Let it come to 325 and you can buy a put on CRM. Previously, before the earnings, it was doing consolidation and then it went bazooka. This time, let's see what happens. The current scenarios are telling me that yes, there is a possibility we might move from here to 325 for the earnings and touch that area. And then we may come down to 291, 290. This is the area where we did the consolidation. So after the earnings, if there is a spike down 291, try to have a long positions here. It will go up from that point. Crowd, uh, crowd, the same thing. Uh, it is telling me to exit from 455 to 400 now. It is at very, very crucial stage. 46 is the 100% Fibonacci and it's a long-term trend line. So 406, just keep an eye. It closed right on that. If it starts to go down, it will come down to 380 in a very quick move. And this is the area where it was consolidating. So a back test is a must. So this is the consolidation which happened, which led to a good move. If it retraces, either it should hold that 380 area or it will go down all the way to 343, the consolidation zone. So 380 area is an excellent entry point if you want to try long positions. Then what else? Meta. Meta has started to cool off substantially. It is looking weak. It's making dodges and evening star. It went up parabolic. Now support is around 673. Let it come to 673, touch the 34 EMA. Like in the last few years, what is called Meta has hardly broken below the 34 EMA. So let it come down and see if it holds 673 or not. I will not be trading Meta. It's on a stretch. 691 is your stop loss. If you want to short, look for 673. I'll be a buyer at 673 instead rather than shorting at this time. Google, which screwed me on Friday. Google is going to fill the gap, or it is at an important stage, which is 177, 178. Uh, it is firing negative again. The green line is right around the histogram. So think, excuse me, around 177 if it holds. Like 177 is a really, really nice area. If it comes around 177 and I want a yellow line here, I will go long on Google. I'm not going to short it at this stage. I'm going to wait for 177, 178, which is like $3, $4 more, and then go long from here. Then we have Microsoft. Microsoft, I wrote it last time from 410 to 418. It did well. It's starting, you can see the yellow lines. So for me, it's a good accumulating zone, 405, 406, 408. If you want to be in Microsoft, you can see this is a good consolidation which is happening in this area. So a breakout or a breakdown is happening very soon in Microsoft. So 405 is my stop loss, buy long. Let it clear 410, 418. If it clears 418, you will see this time 451. So Microsoft is right there. MU is something I'm interested in. You can see the TTM squeeze has turned bullish from yellow to green. Okay. So it has back tested its 12 and 34 EMA, which is the healthy thing. Now your stop loss is 98, where it closed. You can buy. If you had to trade NVIDIA, trade MU instead. You will see much better opportunity in MU. It will run much more than NVIDIA in the coming, like AMD, NVIDIA, Intel. Previously, I posted about Intel and it rallied almost 30% in a week. I think MU is about to get the same push. Keep an eye on that. Then we have LMA, Netflix, and Netflix is getting a little weak. Uh, it had good earnings, but it has some massive gaps to fill, and Netflix has a habit to fill the gaps before it moves further. So 100 and not 100, 1002 is a stop loss right now. If it starts to lose 1002, it should come and find the support at 973. This is the area where it found on the earnings. The gap is still there. It is not telling me to go long, but to close long and wait for the opportunity. But if you're an aggressive trader, 1002 is your stop loss. If it goes below, sell below 1000, and then you can see 973. Then we have Nvidia. Everybody is waiting for Nvidia earning. Nvidia is struggling really, really touch hard around this. But this you can also see as inverted head and shoulder patterns. If on the earnings, I'm just using very clear if words. If you see a close above 142 on Nvidia, just buy calls. There is no other logic to it. Just buy calls. If you see earning 142.20, like on Wednesday, if you see close above this number, that's the area to go long. In between 130, 135 has been a good support. Back test, which is healthy. So it went up from 115 to 142, did a back test of 12 and 34. And right now, if it clears 135, 136, which is already done, it should go higher from here. Then we have Palantir. Palantir, we went short from 125-ish, and we saw some aggressive sell. Now the sell will happen like 107 is your stop loss if you want to go short, or 94. Now there's a gap which needs to be filled from 84 to 94. That will happen. If you are really, really aggressive, sell below 100. Sell below 100 for 94 and 94 to uh, the 87 and 84 gap. So that is Palantir. I am not bullish on Palantir. I think we will see 94 to 87. It may not fill the gap, but it needs to come down to 94, 95, test the 34 EMA and then bounce. No, Snow is has really good earning last time. I think this time they may not do well. But if you see on a long-term side, this is a rounded inverted head and shoulders, 194. And right now it's like 177, which is another important area. Either it comes to 162, you try long, or let it cross 194. If it does, 216 will come on. So I have not checked the option flow, but once the earnings are there, I will definitely check the earnings. Tesla. Uh, Tesla is weak. If you want to sell, sell the hell out of it. It is negative, negative, and it's like it is firing negative as well. So I'm bearish on Tesla. 332 is an important area. If you see a close below 332, look out for 306. It will come down. I will change it to positive if it clears 356, 57. Tesla is weak. I also want to do Lily. Lily, I had mentioned that 880 above it can hit 900. So it almost happened on Friday. Now it has a inverted hammer on the top. So I would see if it can manage to hold 857, 856. If it does, I would like to add Lily over there. Or if it goes above 880 again. Friday it went but could not close above 880. So 880 is an important area for Lily. Uber, I think it's the evening star setup right now. Very clear evening star. The moment we lose 77, the TTM squeeze is telling me to exit. The moment we get out of 77, it will come down to 74, maybe to 72. That is a good area to add. Upar. Then I have, guys, 1 second, 1 second. I have to leave. I have to check on deck. Deck, you can start positive on deck. Deckers. You may try and attempt a long position on it. It should back test at least 160. HD. HD is short and it's a clear inverted head and shoulder patterns. Uh, so to 382 and below, it will go down. It's very clear head and shoulders. I don't know whether it has earning. Oh, yes, it has earnings. So below 382, you can short it for 357. DDT. See, these stocks, they do not follow the charts. They are just momentum stocks. If you think that, yes, you can catch them, you will not be able to. It's turning bearish. It should hit 134 very quickly. Very quickly, 134. Coin and Dodge, I think they will go down. UPST. UPST is a good ad at around 70s. It's already up $2, but 71, 70, which is the 12 EMA. I think it's a good ad if you want to add around this area, UPST. It went to 94 after the earnings and from 94 all the way to 70. That's almost like 25% discount. If you want to buy UPST, why not? This is a good area to add. Yeah, I cannot cover all the tickers you're just saying. I only can share things which I know. I'm just telling you how to use this chart, and the CMG is getting weaker. Uh, it's getting weaker. It may hit 48, 49 CMG. Target, I think it's come to a point like same thing. The green line is right there on the red line. So target, I think it's coming to a point where it can bounce and it should bounce. 124. 12 is the green line, 34 is the red line. So it is positive for me. So see, EMAs is the last sum of the 34 candles. If your current 12 candles are going higher, your current EMA will be higher. It means you have a positive momentum. If your last 34 candles are greater, meaning the current momentum is weak, so the red line is higher. It's very simple. The red line is 34, which is negative. 12 line is green, which is positive. So if you have green below the red, it is negative. If we have green above the red, it is positive. That's it. Very simple. Manoj DevOps, JNG, McDonald. McDonald I can pick, but pharma stocks I have nothing. McDonald has moved up after the earnings, has back tested the area. So if market gets weaker, I think McDonald's can break out here. So McDonald's 304 is a good area to add. Look for 307 and 315 on McDonald's. I have no idea on the trading view, so cannot say anything. Okay, let me do one thing. Like I cannot speak. I'll just share the Zoom link. Come on the mic and then we can talk. It's easier to communicate. Let me just invite. I'm gonna share this link into the chat. You come over to the mic and speak. Talk. It becomes difficult to track and chat. Come over to the Zoom and then I'll just stop sharing for 1 second so that I can enable a few things. All right, so I have shared the Zoom link. Come over and then we can talk. In between, let's look at the market. Market is around 60-60. It's struggling to cross 60-60. So let's see if it does. If it does, then I think it will be really, really good. Again, guys, I've shared the Zoom link. I'm giving you an opportunity to come over and talk. If you have any question, you can raise your hand and then I will let you speak, or you can unmute yourself and then we can talk. If you keep on typing here, it's the link. Just click on the link, you will be able to join. There are a few people who have joined. Yes, Aditya.
Hey, Naval, regarding banks, like GS closed below 34, JPM is on at
Yes,
34.
they can go down because of the what do you call inflation getting higher.
Hmm.
If inflation gets higher, the consumer demand, which is for the loans, will get lower. And whenever that thing goes down, and bank also has to pay yields on the bonds which they have sold, so the income margin will reduce. Right now, the consumer demand was until now were fine, and that's why the banks were making money out of it. But in future, looking at the macroeconomic data, the demand for the loans will go down substantially. And I assume there will be too many foreclosures happening in the housing sector. So it will have downside open the moment you lose 260s on JPM. You can actually see 248, 245 very quickly.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Hey, Nawaldeep, do you have any video on how to read this chart or any indicators in TradingView?
Here I have shared the content many, many times. Go to my Twitter profile, you will see them. I've explained what to look and what the definition of them. Like I've kind of made notes and put it on my Twitter profile under highlights. You will find them.
Awesome, thank you. And it's on TradingView, right?
See, I do not do TradingView, but the logic will be applicable to TradingView as well. You just need to set up how to, because I've never used TradingView in my trading side. So, but I have seen the logic will be the same. I have written codes. You can just copy the logic and write the codes in the TradingView.
Perfect, sounds good.
You can
Oh,
use ChatGPT to also write it for you. So you can copy code from
Yeah, you can do
one code.
anything. The code is also posted in the Twitter highlights. You can go there and you can find everything.
Uh, Pari, can you share that link of that Twitter thing where you have that? So say the
Yeah, if
post you
you
have.
cannot do that stuff, I'm really, really afraid. You go to profile under highlights, you can search.
Okay. Okay.
It's very clearly right there. TTM squeeze. I've done everything. Like you
Sure.
just need to
Got it.
spend
Thank
1 minute and find it.
So you're saying we can apply the same to TradingView?
Yes, you can. Otherwise, open a free account with TD Ameritrade.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
It's
Let's
a free
charge for that.
account. They'll not charge anything, and the data is real time. Use it.
Charles Schwab, right? Charles Schwab, right?
Yeah, Charles Schwab. Yes.
Thank you. So another question, Bhai, so now with this sell-off on Friday, right? So I think you were talking about last week about Microsoft, and it was the trend was positive. It was about to cross that 418 level, but somehow the market got down and went. It was strong till afternoon, where it went down. So do you think it can go faster to that point if the market is bullish?
I just answered that few minutes back. But Microsoft 405 is a good area to add.
405. Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Naval bhai, how about Kava?
Yeah, again, these are all momentum stuff. This will die, only die. And that's why I never trade all these things. You will get stuck and you will get butchered. It is going to come down all the way to 75 very quickly.
So does this have a relation? Like if the kava is coming down, will it be positive for Chipotle like CMG?
So,
That's what that is. Okay.
see, these companies are running at a valuation which is, let me give you one example. If you are a company, okay, you
Mhm.
make $10 as a profit every year, and you want me to assume that your market value is $10,000. It means you are running at a multiple of 1,000, meaning it will take you 1,000 years to justify that $10,000 price. Kava, Chipotle, they are running at very, very high multiples. The moment market starts to look out for clarity, valuation, these companies die. These companies go down like parabolically, speedily down because these valuations will not satisfy. Same thing will happen with Carvana. It went to 290s. It's not making any money substantially, but the valuations. Palantir, the valuations are insane.
Mhm.
See, imagine yourself. You have to make money for 1,000 years to justify the value which you are asking for today. For Palantir, that is about 625 years. You cannot justify. So till the moment they are in momentum, they will run. The moment they change their direction, they will eat off the money in just 1, 2 days. And they will never see those levels ever again. That's why only the big companies are stable companies. They may be expensive, but in terms of price, but they will always come back and go higher. These mid caps,
Mhm.
only few, maybe like 1 out of 100, 2 out of 100 will go back to the prices. Look at Snow. It was 400 something. It's struggling to even cross 200. Roku was 500. It is not able to
Mhm.
sustain above 100. Do you think it will be able to match 500 ever again? No.
Correct. The same for Zoom. Zoom also is one of the
Yeah,
examples.
there are many, many companies.
DocuSign. DocuSign.
There are many companies. Tilray was
What is
300, and now it's not able to cross $1.
correct? What are your views on SoFi? It ran a lot recently, last 6 months.
See, when economy is weak, all these companies which are giving the loans, they make money assuming that they will get the return back with the interest. But they need to also believe that they can also see many, many NPAs, meaning there's no money coming back, which can hit them really hard. Until all this, you can see, Sophie, it just went up, assuming Trump will come and there will something happening and economy will cross haywire. It will not. Economy is bad, and the data has been revised numerous times in the last few years to show that yes, economy is doing well, economy is not doing well.
What do you think about the gold or silver?
Gold, I asked people to add gold at 1900s. If you want to buy, add more gold. It will cross 3,600. It will cross 4,000. And the same advice I've shared to people. If you have bought houses in 22, 23, you think you have made a smart decision, just wait. If you try to sell your property, you will not be able to get the price you bought in. Forget about the profit.
What do you think about the Bitcoin? Do you
It will
see?
come down pretty soon.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is being held uh, because of some Bitcoin features right there. You can clearly see it's holding, holding, and holding. It has already come down 15% from the top. It just need one. See, market again. It went from 60,000 to 110. Assuming Trump will do something, he is not going to do anything about it. These are all the retailers who are getting stuck here. And this is called distribution. When the big people, any other uh, crypto is holding this much, no, they've already given up. This will go down pretty quickly. That's why MSTR, I'm saying, if you want to short it at around 310, 320 and let it go to 260s or 70s. It will come down very quickly.
So, no, any reason Tesla is going down? I mean, just because it ran a lot after the Trump
No,
rally?
Tesla has no change in the revenue. They are losing money. They have no
Uh,
like, see, you need to understand the financials of that company. For one time, they may show you a momentum. See, Tesla was losing. If you look at the earnings, look at Tesla's chart. Was something happened from here to here? Did they sold more cars? Did they increase the profit margin or what? Nothing. Instead, they are losing more right now on their earnings. And why would you think FSD will come now? FSD is supposed to come last 3, 4 years. It's not going to come to next 3, 4, 5 years. People will think, oh, they're going to sell the cars in India. No, even if you start to sell the cars, it's going to take a huge, huge time, maybe 5, 6 years to actually make them sell and let that thing permissible or feasible in the longer run. Tesla is just a car company. You need to understand that. And no other car company is above $100 billion. That's why it came down. The same thing happened. It came down from 400 to all the way to $100. This whole area for Tesla was just politics, where Mr. Musk, and when he bought the Twitter, I really, really said at that time, he's using Twitter to create a political bias for him. And that's what he did. He made a good money right here. He invested 200 million. Do you think he's doing just for the sake of the country? No, he wants to make huge amount of money back, which he did.
There is one thing, a lot of analysts in CNBC and everybody is talking about a huge correction coming in, maybe 20% or anything. So, and then even because a lot of uncertainty is being there from Europe, and then a lot of other countries are even Canada, they are trying to maybe, I don't know whether they're going to go with the tariffs, and then even
Every time,
Mexico.
I'll
Yeah.
cut you there. There will be corrections. Market always needs corrections to clear the weak hands. If you're an investor, you just need to be invested in the right stocks. It doesn't matter whether the correction is 10%, 20%. If you are invested in high beta stocks like Reddit, this and that, you will never come out of that. So just invest in the index. SPY is the best ETF. It will never go down in the next 10 years, in the sense that If you buy here at around 610, let it come down to 450. That's 25% correction. You buy 3 times. In 2035, it will be 1,000, 1,200. But there is no guarantee of a stock going that much. That's why index ETFs are the best for the investments as compared to specific stocks. People think, oh, they can make really big money. There are only 1 or 2 stocks, and you need to be fully invested in them before they start to move. Or have done like very good study on those pharmaceutical companies with their things, and they go parabolic in a day or two. Only those 2, 3 things you can make money. Otherwise, you will always lose money. And people who think they are super expert, this and that, and they post nasty things, they have only made money because they have taken other people's money. If you're taking risk on your own money, you are not going to do that.
Do you recommend any like options or just general stocks by itself?
I do not recommend anything. I'm just sharing my stocks
Yeah,
views. It's up to
yeah,
you, whatever you want to do with it.
yeah. Because options, when you go for options, it is all the time frame, right? Like,
And
uh,
it's up to you. Nobody's asking you to buy any options. Nobody asking you to buy any stocks. We are just
right, right,
sharing the views here that yes, there's a possibility. It's
right.
up to you whether you want to use that information and make a meaningful decision, or you do not want to come up with that mindset of following the alerts. If you keep on following the alerts, you will make money one day, but you will lose money 10 days, and then you will regret, and then you will lose more money, and then in next 10 days you will lose more money. That is simple, and that's what happens with all the people who just want to follow, not study. See, right now there's a company called HEMS. Okay. What happened? 72 people must have bought it at 72. What happened to it? 49. 50% cut in just one day. And that's what happens when people get butchered. Now, if you were a buyer, I'll show you a very clear mentality. If you are a small investor, you bought at 60, thinking, oh, it's 20% down, I am a good investor. Then you think, oh, it's 52. It is testing the 12 EMA. Let me be a good investor. Add 200 more. And then it will come to 42. You will add more. And by the time you will end up with your capital, it will go down further. And the moment you will sell it, it will start to bounce, maybe to 30s.
Yeah.
You will buy again, it will go down to 10. That will happen with every single ticker you do.
Yeah, the main thing is we should know the range. What is the
Think about
range
the
to
range. You
come
need
in,
to know,
enter, and
you need to know the company. You need to know, like I have been doing this for last 23 years now, 23, 24 years. Do not invest in these small companies. Maybe one time out of 100, maybe 2 times out of 100, you will make money. 98% of the times, you will only lose money. The greed of making the money quickly is never fruitful. If you're an investor, if you want to invest, buy SPY and triple Q ETF. That's it. Buy them every day. One stock, maybe uh, 2 stocks a week, 3 stocks a week. Just buy them. Keep on buying them.
what do you think about the quantum computers? A lot of
What I think doesn't matter. They
yeah,
were momentum stock. And I am very, very clear. You are a person who has no idea about the stock market. I'm being very candid. Don't take it on your heart. You
right.
just want to make money that I'm sure you have lost money somewhere.
Oh, yeah, lost a lot of it.
That's what I'm saying. You have lost money and you want to quickly get it back. It is not going to come. You're only going to lose more.
Right.
Stop that. Whatever money you have, start investing in SPY or Triple Q and just do that every week, every month. You will recover your money properly in due time.
But Paji, what about these Mac, all these big seven companies or SP,
They are
companies in
only they are the
SPY?
only companies which are going to make you money.
Okay.
See,
Even though they have a correction of 20%, they can still
we
come
have
back and you can have.
100%. Look at this company like NASDAQ, right? These are all the big companies, right? Do you think SPY is going to be 300 in the next 5 years? Meaning S&P going back to 3,000?
No, no.
If it comes, will you buy it?
Yeah, of course.
Right? So
Yeah.
imagine going back 10 years from now. At that time, will you think 600 was easy? The answer is no. It may be trading at 1200.
Yeah.
Just I do not recommend any stocks. Just invest in SPY. It's better for Texas. It is most liquid stock in the whole world. All right, guys, I have to drop now because I have to go to office in the morning. Market is still struggling 60-60. That's the level I have. And let's
So if
see.
it doesn't hold that, tomorrow we can have another, maybe another down few points. That's
Downside will only open below 6,005.
oh, 6,000.
Again, this is not a bearish market. The market just corrected.
Yeah, yeah.
Correction and bearish market are totally different things. Let me just 1 second spend 1 more minute. Look at the 12 EMA and 34 EMA. They're still far apart. It needs to cross over. Then we can say the momentum has turned bearish. Right now it has not.
Okay. But if the red line crosses above the
Then
green,
that means that yes, the bearish momentum has come back into the market. And if you see on the weekly candle, this has not come down since the November of last year. Not even November. April of last year. This is giving you a very clear picture. But the only difference this is telling you right now is you can see the TTM squeeze. It's dark blue. So in the last 5-6 weeks, where we have seen there's a good correction which is happening. A correction meaning a consolidation which is happening around this. It is telling you to exit. And now it is squeezing, squeezing, and squeezing, and squeezing, and squeezing. It is waiting for something, which is NVIDIA. If it works fine, it will go higher. Otherwise, 58.27 is your number. It will come very quickly.
so if Nvidia earnings are not good, so it may
It
kind
doesn't
of
matter if the
decline.
earnings are good or bad. It's their guidance.
Okay.
If the guidance is bad, it will take the market down.
All right.
And right now, market has all the ingredients to go down. Because as I said, the bigger tickers are not working. So the moment you just tick, it's like falling everything in a dominoes. Every single tick will fall, 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 fall to the last. So 5,800, which is like, again, not a big 4% move, but it will kill many, many accounts.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it will kill all those high beta stocks. And this is what I said few weeks back when I said the Indian market was doing the same thing and then people got butchered. Now the trading volume has so reduced that there's people have started to close down their demat accounts. So you need to understand this thing very carefully. Saying by line that this line is up, you trade this and that, it's very easy to say. But when you're using your own money and trading it, it becomes a totally different ballgame together.
What do you think about Warren Buffett holding so much of cash?
The same thing. Why you are worried about him? Uske paas, he has so much of money. He wants to do whatever he wants. Look at your account. Do you have
Yeah.
that kind of
No,
trillions?
no. He only recently sold SPY and then everything. So I don't know.
Listen to me very carefully.
Right.
You need to compare or you need to observe someone who is of your grade. Do you think you are equal to Warren Buffett?
No, no, no way.
Then he will do whatever he wants. He may have a different strategy altogether.
Right.
Is he going to call you every night? Hey man, I'm going to do this. By the time you will know, it's already 3 months.
Right.
So just look at your account, focus on what you have, use that information, and try to save your capital. And only saving your capital will make you money. I've done myself lost 100,000 last year.
Hmm.
This was the first time in my life I lost that kind of money. Otherwise, every time I made money.
Hmm. So if I have like let's say about $10,000, what do you recommend? Like put some like
Give it to me.
24%.
Give it to me. You're
No,
gonna lose it anyways.
no, you do recommend like putting 25 to 2,500 at a time, watch it, and then later on you.
Do not buy options. Start investing. As I said, start investing in SPY or Triple Q. Start buying 5 stocks, 2 stocks. 10,000 will give you maybe 20 stocks.
Right.
Start accumulating them.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, guys. I have to go down now.
Okay.
Thanks for
Thank you,
joining in.
bhai. Good night.
Good night. Bye bye.